Good morning to you.
Let's talk about some of the outrage we're watching among Democrats and advocacy groups this morning after immigration and customs officers arrested hundreds of undocumented immigrants in at least a half-dozen states this week. The move illustrates the first large-scale enforcement of President Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. Now, immigration officials call the arrests routine and add many of the arrested individuals had prior felony convictions, including violent charges such as child sex crimes, weapons, or assault charges.
Meanwhile, President Trump suggests that he and his team will be drafting a new executive order on immigration, telling reporters it could come as early as Monday. And the White House says it will not immediately appeal a federal court's decision blocking the president's travel ban to the Supreme Court. Instead, sources tell CNN the president is considering possible tweaks, such as explicitly stating that the ban does not apply to legal permanent residents.
Picked up and brought to ICE's detention center here in downtown Los Angeles. ICE officials say this was a routine enforcement operation targeting criminals. But these protesters believe it was much more than that.
Shut down ICE! Shut down ICE!
Protesters joined hands, blocking an entrance ramp to the 101 freeway in downtown Los Angeles.
Because everybody, we are the same. We are Guadalupe.
News that Maricopa County's 35-year-old Guadalupe Garcia de Reos was deported back to Mexico Thursday after more than 2 decades in the United States spread through the undocumented community in Phoenix. A mother of 2 teenagers, Garcia de Reos came to the U.S. when she was 14.
Arpaio. Arpaio.
Now in Nogales, Mexico, she says it was Sheriff Joe Arpaio who led a 2008 raid by local authorities at her workplace, originally meant to enforce a new controversial state law aimed at punishing employers who hired the undocumented. The next year, as a result, she was convicted of a Class 6 felony criminal impersonation for intentionally having a fake Social Security number.
Shut it down! If you don't get it, shut it down! If you don't get it, shut it down! If you don't get it, shut it down! When do you want it? Now! When do you want justice? When do you want it? Now! And if you don't get it, shut it down! You better run the way back! What do you do? Deportation's got to go! Heck no, we won't go! Deportation's got to go! Power, people! Power, people!
What's up, fams? What's going on? So it looks like a lot of things are happening undercover, and we're just now finding out about it. So here's the headline. The headline is, federal agents conduct immigration enforcement raids in at least 6 states. Yes. And the article states U.S. immigration authorities have arrested hundreds of undocumented immigrants in at least a half a dozen states this week in a series of raids that mark the first large-scale enforcement of President Trump's January the 25th order to crack down on an estimated 11 million immigrants living here illegally.
Had been arrested for a criminal impersonation in 2009. She, since 2013, knew that she was going to be eventually deported. I'm not sure why she wasn't more proactive, because as a mother you would think that she would be, but she knew that her time was coming up, and that's the way it has always worked. Remember, Barack Obama deported 2.5 million people, and that does not include the year 2016. So for the left to suddenly say, oh, this is new stuff, this is absolutely not new stuff. This is routine.